Restreaming here. I'm coming again. Coming again. Okay. Sorry guys, it just cut me off. I don't know why it did that, but I couldn't see and I clicked a link apparently in the chat and that screwed us, so it cut me off. I'm really sorry. So it'll just take another second here to repopulate. But Deboraugh, these stories the stories from Deboraugh Rogers are absolutely horrendous. Deboraugh, I'll just tell you honestly, what it does to me as a person is it brings me right back to when I was in the dungeon and I couldn't get basic services, and I had to learn how to be a real kind of beta male while I was in that dungeon. And you have to keep your head down and shut up, and you're not allowed to be assertive at all. And so thank you guys. I'm really sorry. For some reason that other stream just cut, and I think actually what happened was because I can't see without my glasses on, I pushed a link and it took me off of the YouTube. Everybody hit the like button. Please, if you would, everybody hit the like button real quick. Just hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Just hit the like button. And I don't care if you're watching this tomorrow, the next day, next week. I'm asking you to open up your Cash App, your Venmo, your PayPal, and to drop Deboraugh Rogers 5, 10, 15, 20. I would love it. This is October 6th, I believe, 2022. I would love it if next week or next month, Deboraugh called me and said, hey, someone just put $100 on my Cash App. That's what I would love to happen, because this is a wonderful human being who's fighting for her liberty, fighting for her rights. And so I want to try to raise her as much money as we possibly can, because we only get little shots to raise money for people who are warriors against a police state, prison state, death state that we're definitely living in. This is an absolute tyrannical state. They grabbed her, they locked her up. Deboraugh and I have been sitting here on the phone, a little bit of tears coming down, because we're reliving where they threw her in the dungeon, where they sprayed mace in her eye, where she had to use her sweat and snot to get the chemical out of her eye. And then she was put into a cell with someone who's mentally ill, who wiped feces and pee and her own personal stuff, DNA, all over the different water apparatuses to drink water. She didn't have, you have to buy a cup to be able to get a container to drink water. And if you don't have people who love you and will take care of you, then what happens is, what about the people, Deboraugh, who didn't have the people like Michael that you said, I think you said his name was Michael, who was donating $100 to you so that you could get so that you could buy your own cup. What about people who didn't have anybody out there? How did they drink water?
Well, this is what I discovered. The criminals are not the people in jail so much as the people that put them there. These women are good people that have done wrong things. Now, some of them, I would say 99%, all but one person admitted to their crime. They, if they did or did not commit a crime, they were completely honest about it. If the punishment was fair, they accepted it, they did their time and everything else. Now, there's some people that'll never admit to their crime, whatever. But there's also the stories of where the people who put them there altered evidence or excessive charges, excessive bail, excessive this, excessive that, in order to have leeway to bargain or make deals or whatever, to make sure something sticks or whatever. And that's the criminality of the system.
Yeah.
The criminals are the outside of the bars. The people who get trapped in it are on the inside that are decent people. They all take care of each other. When someone comes in, like me, first thing she did, obviously I was dehydrated. She saw something about me. She knew I needed help. Within the first 5 minutes, I had a cup of flavored water. That was just too much for me. It was too kind. I couldn't imagine that someone was actually that kind to me in a jail after what I'd experienced.
And this was a guard or this was an inmate?
This was an inmate.
So
now, the guards are hateful, mean people.
You know, I want to get rid of that word inmate and let's call them a human being. So this was another human being in there who was helping you, because you're not an inmate. You guys, this is a new stream, so her PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App are not in this stream. Make sure that you guys list her PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, please. Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button real quick. Everybody hit the like button. Just take your finger real fast, hit the like button, and then drop a comment right here. Everybody drop a comment right here, right now. Put Deboraugh Rogers fundraiser. Just write that in here. Deboraugh Rogers, every single 80 people right now. We're going to re-get 300 people in here right now. Everybody write in here for me, pretty please, with cherries on top. Deboraugh Rogers fundraiser. And her name is spelled Deboraugh. Everybody put it in there. Deboraugh Rogers fundraiser. Please drop it in the comments real fast. And then if you would, please make sure we drop her Cash App, Venmo, PayPal in the, right here, okay? Right here. Do me a favor. Oh, is that, I'm so sorry. I can't see. I have some donors who I called that I told I was going to be in here tonight. Some people who donate to folks. And so I put some phone calls out. That's what I was doing, trying to get people, sending out some text messages, trying to get people to come in for your fundraisers. People who donate like $500 at a time. So I did send out a half a dozen text messages to people who I know support me and love me. And so I want to make sure that that I reached out to them to try to raise you money. This is a Deboraugh Rogers fundraiser. JMM, Jonathan Mitchell Music. Loved the new clip you just made. I'll post that tonight. So then, Deboraugh, you know, tell me a little bit about your faith when you were inside of there. Tell me how your faith helped you.
How my faith helped me?
Yeah, how much praying did you do?
Okay, so before I was even incarcerated, believe it or not, way back in March of 2021, before I was ever arrested or anything, and I'm writing a book, and I wrote a lot of the chapters of the book while in jail. I was told by the Lord that I was going to be incarcerated, and I did not understand, like, why, because I've never been arrested in my life. I didn't know what I was talking about. So I know that I have this motto: when the Lord brings you to it, He brings you through it. And so I had to keep remembering that this is the Lord's work. I just have to have the faith that He's in control. I have to trust and obey and know that He's going to take care of everything. And I know it sounds crazy, like, why would the Lord allow a person to be tortured like that or whatever? But it showed me how evil people can be.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't believe it. And it also showed me not everyone behind bars is guilty.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
it showed
yeah.
me that the people on the outside putting them in there are more guilty than the people in there in a lot of ways.
You know, you had such a great, I'm actually going to pull it out. I'm going to pull out the comment that you said the other day, just a few minutes ago. You said that that the people outside of the bars are worse than the people that they have locked inside the bars, which to me means that, thank you for pointing that out. Everybody, there's 100 people in here now. We're going to get back up to 300. Everybody hit the like button. That'll help us get out there faster. Hit the like button and then drop a comment. That helps get the algorithm out there to more people. I don't care if you guys are watching this tomorrow or November or December or 2023. Open up your Cash App, your Venmo, your PayPal, and send Deboraugh Rogers $5 or $10 because it's going to help her a lot. It's going to help her a lot. It's going to help her. And you got prayers coming through. A lot of people are putting in here prayers for you, Deboraugh. You know, it's a, you know, today's social media has become like this game where if you can just get attention and, you know, throw some peanuts at someone from the gallery that, you know, this is your moment in the sun. Well, let me just tell you guys something. It's not your moment in the sun. It's disgusting that you would try to take advantage of this moment where we're raising money for this woman because she's been locked away for almost 2 months. This is very, very sad. And the people who would come in here and say something so stupid, imagine if it was your mother or your sister or your cousin or your girlfriend or your wife who was locked away this way and treated this way. So we're just doing a small fundraiser for her. Let's raise her some money so that she doesn't, right now, you guys, when was the last time you got a paycheck, Deboraugh? When was the last time someone gave you a paycheck besides here?
Okay, so I was self-employed, and as soon as that happened to me in April of 2021 is whenever I was traumatized, and I started learning, and like I said, I started educating myself about the legal system and terminology and process and everything like that. And so I was like, this is now my new life. And so at the time of my arrest, I had one customer.
So then you haven't got a legitimate paycheck for $1,500 or $3,000 in how long? How long has it been since someone dropped $1,500 or $2,000 in your pocket?
Since April of 2021.
So this woman hasn't earned a paycheck in over a year and a half. You know, it's not a joke. It's not, you know, this isn't something we need to help her. We need to help her. So last time, you know, I only had $40 in super chats. So I will just go ahead and I'll go ahead and just pay the other 20 of that, and I'll just give you the whole $40 from the super chat from the last one. Bruce just put in $20 from over there. Someone else just put in legal talk, put in $20. If anybody put in a Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, please drop it in here. Please drop in here if you put in a Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. And I'm gonna give you the floor for 1 second, Deboraugh, while I run inside, and I'm gonna have you talk to these people just real quick. You got about 30 seconds to kind of just tell the folks what you went through, because unless I put this on subscribers only, we're gonna get inundated with horrible people. So I'm just gonna take me about 30 seconds to run in and grab my computer. So let me just real quick put you here. Okay, Deboraugh, you're talking directly to the people, so go ahead and take 30 seconds to 45 seconds and let these folks know exactly how much this means to you, because, you know, we need your help, you guys. We need your help. We need to raise her some money. Chosen, I'm gonna run inside the house right now and put it on. Deboraugh, you got 45 seconds without me. Go ahead and go.
Okay, I just want to first of all tell everyone thank you so much for praying for me, for thinking of me. Even if you weren't able to access their system to directly talk to me or anything else, trust me, I felt it. The people in there, you know, when you're in jail, there's people who have access to family, and there's people who don't have access to so much family. And you know, I only got to speak to maybe 3 or 4 people at the most in different ways. And so people were like, well, do you have any support? And I said, yes, I have thousands of people supporting me, people that I don't even know, people from all over the world supporting me. And that means so much whenever you feel so alone, because I mean, it's so weird. The first time I took a shower, after not being able to take a shower until I went to the new place, I walked into my cell and I was like looking for my cell phone to see if I missed any messages. I almost felt normal. And of course I didn't have my cell phone, but it was just that, you know, that idea that there's people out there that think of you, that support you, that would have texted me or would have left a message if they would have had the access to do so. In order to do that, you have to upload your driver's license. You have to use your, they won't take like a Cash App card. You have to use a bank card or a credit card. And a lot of people will not do that. I probably would not do that. I would probably try to create, you know, different forms of documents that's acceptable. I don't want the government having all that access. So I understand completely how people would be hesitant or whatever to do that. And so even just your thoughts and prayers, I mean, for everything.
Okay.
Everything.
There we go. Sorry about that. Hey, thanks, Deboraugh. I appreciate that. I just wanted to make sure that I made it so that you had to be a member for 20 minutes before you could start just chiming in here. And thank you guys for holding the floor down here for me for a second. This is a fundraiser. Oh, I forgot to put the PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App in there. We can put it in. We can have the moderators put it in. So moderators, it's not in the description below, so make sure you guys continually pop in her Venmo, her Cash App, and her PayPal. I want to say thank you. 17 minutes, that's how long you have to be a member before you can comment. So we may get more trolls. There's 180 people and only 40 likes. You guys got to hit the like button. Hit the like button so we can get, and I will wait just 30 or 40 seconds here for everybody to find the like button. If you're watching on your phone, sometimes you have to close the live chat to hit the like button, and then hit the like button if you're watching on your computer. I'll just wait a second till you can get it. I got my, I'm dealing with this blood pressure thing, so I'm trying to really watch, my exertion levels. I just want to make sure I keep myself in a good space as far as health-wise. Everybody, we're just 3 likes away from 50. Let's get to 100 real quick. There's 187 people in here. Cool. And then if the moderators, there it is right there. JMM just put her Cash App, her PayPal, her Venmo. They just put it in there. And then Deboraugh, do you have any access to those things? Can you take a look and see how much funds have come in? Because we have to raise you at least $1,000, $2,000. I mean, I'll sit here until tomorrow if we have to, because we have to raise her a couple grand just for her to get back on her feet, just for her to be able to function normally again. We have to get her back on her feet. We've got to get her to where she can breathe again, where she can go to the grocery store. She doesn't have to say, well, I can't buy that because I can't afford that food because I don't have any income because I was railroaded by the state. I mean, do you understand that? So we're going to raise her some funds. That's what we're going to do. And so I'm going to leave my glasses on because otherwise I'll hit a link in here and it'll take me off the live. And so, everybody out there, make sure that you guys take 5 minutes right now, reach into your Venmo, your Cash App, your PayPal, and make sure, oh yeah. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. God bless you. God bless you. Okay. So Deboraugh, I didn't get to hear what you were saying, but, this woman, when we talk on the phone and there's nobody around, she's so grateful and appreciative of the help she does receive from people. And I want to try to raise her some money. I want to raise her some funds. And I want her to be able to function normally in society. That's what my goal is here, to be able to help this woman so she can get back on her feet. And that's what I'm doing here. So I do appreciate you guys' support. It means a lot. And as we grow and grow and grow, if you guys are watching this tomorrow, the next day, or next week, feel free to donate a little bit of money to Deboraugh Rogers. So what happens next, Deboraugh? What's the next thing in the legal process that you are facing from the state? You just did 45 days in jail. From my perspective, it should be time served, and this case should be now done. But what happens next, Deboraugh?
Okay, so actually, while I was in the jail, I filed for a writ of habeas corpus in the federal district court. And so now that I'm out, because when I appeared in court today, I spoke of the Indian Civil Rights Act of 1968, in which Native Americans are afforded. So I don't know if I'm going to be, what he's going to do with that. I won't know until tomorrow.
Right. Just so you guys know, it's cutting in and out a little bit, and I'm having to reconnect the stream often, and it's buffering a little bit. So, okay, I'm pretty frustrated. I'm just pretty frustrated because I want to help this woman, and okay, cool, we're back. So, Deboraugh, I hate to ask you to repeat it, but for some reason the stream just completely buffered for the entire time you were explaining that. So can you repeat it for us? See, she's still laughing, like she's still a wonderful person. So she's, repeat that again. What happens next in your court process?
Okay, so I appeared today for the contempt of court charge, and it was a judge trial and not a jury trial. And so when I appeared today, I represented myself, and I had spoke to the judge about the Indian Civil Rights Act of 1968. And the Indian Civil Rights Act of 1968 states that when a person files a writ of habeas corpus, if the judge feels the person is not a flight risk, and if the person is not going to be a menace to society and hurt people, then the judge has the option to allow that person to be released from custody upon promise to return whenever the judge, orders them to return. So there was this issue about whether or not I would return, since I did leave or attempt to leave during the last jury trial. And so we had that discussion, and I promised and signed a document stating that I would return. And so he set the pre-trial, I think, for like November, and then I would go to jury trial. I would be on the docket for December or January. I'm not on the docket yet, so we don't know the exact date. But it would be this winter that I would appear and have another jury trial. So I have to have an attorney for that. I cannot represent myself in that. I will have an attorney for that.
Okay. Okay.
Because they will convict me.
Yes, she needs an attorney. This is also a shout out to any attorneys right there in the Tahlequah area. We need any attorneys in the Tahlequah area. This case has gotten a lot of publicity, and the way attorneys are able to get a practice that thrives is when they become known in a community and people continue to hire them. So if you would please, if there's any attorneys out there, and Deboraugh, we're gonna have to make sure we screen them because of the Thomas Hobbes kinds of people in the world. But I want to try to reach out to any attorney who's be willing to help Deboraugh. Be willing to put a little time in to get with her, to help her out. And so I just want to try to. Were you able to refresh your Cash Apps or Venmo? Have you got a few $100s in there yet? And if anybody donated any money, please drop it in here so I can say your name out loud, so that I can announce your name. Thank you, LG. I appreciate the super chat. I'm going to give your entire super chat to her because we only had $40 in super chats. So I'm going to give the entire $40. I'll donate $20 myself because that's just the way it is. So I don't think so, Marcy. I disagree with you. I think it's trolling. So I'm not interested. I'm not interested at all. Michael, if you want her email address, email me privately. If anybody wants Deborah's email address, I'm not going to subject her to the hatred I get on email. So if you guys want to get her email address, just go ahead and email me and I will send you her email address. Okay, if anybody wants to reach out to her. Okay, so now when is that trial when you're going to need an attorney? When is that date?
He said that it would be on the docket for like December or January. It's for that trial session. So we don't have a date set, but it's in that area. But this trial is so intricate and complex that it would take. I need an attorney now because it takes a lot to grasp everything involved.
Right.
And this is just for the criminal. There's other lawsuits where I have a tort claim. I'll have a Section 1983 claim. I'm also suing. I can't say right now, but there's 6 lawsuits so far.
Aaron just said that he was going to donate $40, but then it ended up just being someone who was just talking shit. So that's cool. But okay, so we need to find you an attorney around the Tahlequah area. What particular kind of attorney are you looking for as far as expertise?
Well, it has to be someone who is a criminal attorney, and then they also have to be a member of the recognition bar. But if they're not a member of the recognition bar, they can apply. I think it's like $50. And if they're in good standing, they should be accepted. But honestly, if it's a criminal attorney and they're familiar with tribal law, it wouldn't take a whole lot to catch them up on everything. And once they see my evidence, then of course they're going to be like, yeah, but there's also subpoenas, there's also depositions, there's also, once you subpoena for certain documents or certain information, you've got, that has to start now because it could take months to get that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, often the state will withhold the information that you need until your trial is over. And that's what I'm dealing with right now in my federal tort lawsuits is I've just put in a request for information and to preserve the evidence that's there, because if you don't, that's tampering with evidence. So you're going to have to face all these different hoops that you have to jump through presenting your discovery and making sure that there's someone there to represent you properly, to make sure that you get the representation that you need. So we're looking for an attorney who has in Oklahoma that can go into the tribal court. Overturn Terry versus Ohio just sent you $50 on your Cash App or your Venmo. Thank you, Overturn Terry. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. And I will see you soon, my friend. I'll see you soon. So everybody chip in. This is a fundraiser for Deboraugh Rogers. Please give the money directly to Deboraugh. Her Venmo, her Cash App, and her PayPal are listed here. Lots of people: Bruce, Tabitha, Overturn Terry versus Ohio, V. Boyer, Gloria, Jonathan Mitchell Music, Bruce, Tabitha, everybody that is in here right now, Scrubzilla, Frogmaster, Angel Frogmaster, all you guys who are in here helping. I so appreciate your support, and Deboraugh appreciates your support, and let's try to help her, because at the end of the day, if it was you, you would want someone to help you. You would want somebody to help you. And that's what matters the most, is that we help people. That's what this channel does. We help people. And this woman needs help. And she's a good friend of mine. So hearing her tales of woe, they hurt me. Hearing it hurts me, And it's like, it's great because I've never been more inspired to help someone than this moment right here. What's going on, the LG? How are you, man? I appreciate your super chat. Thanks, brother. It means a lot. So Deboraugh, now you're home. And so how are you feeling now that you're out of the dungeon and you're starting to decompress from being locked away? And now how are you feeling? What's the processes you're going through now that you're out of the dungeon?
It feels weird, honestly. Like, I was getting to the point where, like, they wake you up at 5 o'clock in the morning to give you breakfast. I was getting to the point where I would wake up, like, 5 minutes before 5 because my body was getting adjusted to the schedule. Like, I had like women, they wear hair ties in their hair for a ponytail, and you automatically just put it on your wrist. Whenever you're using the hair tie, you take it down or fixing to put your hair up. I had a hair tie on my wrist, and I got in trouble for it. I was told I wasn't allowed to wear a hair tie on my wrist. It belonged to my hair. First thing we did was stop to eat, and I took the hair tie, and it was on my wrist, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I got to get at my hair real quick. I'm going to get in trouble. Like, that just mentality is that adjusting back to where you're not under that scrutiny all the time. It's starting to sink in that I'm actually not there anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow I'll wake up and it'll be real. I don't know. It's just slowly sinking in.
Yeah, you're not in jail anymore, Deboraugh. You don't have to ask to go to the bathroom. You don't have to ask for a cup to have some water. Part of the thing that drove me, Deboraugh, after I spent a week in LA County in 2002 and charged with a bunch of things I didn't do, and to this day, those fake charges still haunt me. People still say crazy things to me based on just being charged with crimes. And so, I wonder if I can, that's my own story, but I know the feeling that you're feeling, and just being charged and being arrested, there's going to be a certain group of people who always will judge you and say bad things about you. But the truth is, Deboraugh, we love you, and you're not in that place anymore. And I'm going to do everything I can to help you. I'm going to try to help you get the best representation we can get you, because I don't understand tribal law. I don't even understand court procedure half the time. So So I'm going to do my best to help you. And hopefully you guys have donated right now. You guys have reached into your Cash App, your Venmo, your PayPal. It may seem like you're putting yourself out there for someone that you don't know, and you are. You are. You're putting yourself out there. You're giving your funds for someone that you don't know. You're giving to somebody else and you don't get anything back. Imagine that you would be so selfless that you would be willing to give to another person and you don't get anything back other than knowing that you helped another person. That's the point. That's the whole point. That's why we exist here. That's why there's this group of people here. You're giving to another person and you're just giving for the sake of giving, that you know you're helping somebody else. And that's what I'm asking you to do. That's what I'm asking you to do. Don't spend your mortgage or your rent, but you have an extra $20. You would go to Subway tomorrow and have lunch, and you know what? You go, I'm going to skip lunch tomorrow. I'm going to take this $20 bill and I'm going to donate it to Deboraugh and go hungry for one meal so that you can donate to someone else. Sacrifice a little bit of what you would have for you to give it to someone else. And that is what the definition of selfless is. When you know you only have so much money for the month and you know you might have to skip a meal or two for another person. That's what sacrifice is, when you're willing to give at a loss for yourself. And that's what I'm asking you to do now. I don't care if you're watching this tomorrow, next week, or next year. Deboraugh, Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, they will be in the description as soon as I finish this live. But please reach into your phone right now and put 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 bucks out for someone that you don't know. Imagine that. And a lot of you guys already do, and thank you. So now Deboragh's going to get to sleep in her own bed. Citizens Broadcast Cooperative. You're going to get to sleep in your own bed. If anybody dropped a Cash App or Venmo, I want you to open up your Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, and let's read off a few names. Remember, a lot of people don't want their full name listed, so if you do, you can even just give the 2 initials, Deboraugh, but if you can open up your Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, and let's read off a few names of some of the donors. Let's read off a few.
Certainly. Yeah, so on Venmo, Russell, he was so gracious and gave me $100.
Oh, Russell,
and
thank you.
On PayPal, let's see.
Just the first name or just the initials so that we don't...
Right. So Laura is 20, delivery is 20, and Tom Shaw is 12.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, 20.
And George is 10, and...
Thank you, George.
This was a bill on October 3rd that automatically came out. And then on Cash App, I have, oh goodness, $326.
Oh my God. Thank you guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. I guarantee you there's going to be a David in there. There's going to be a V in there. I guarantee you there's going to be an M in there, an MA. There's going to be a VB. There's going to be a DG in there. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you those folks definitely gave you some money. And thank you guys. I appreciate it. I guarantee it. So what else you got? 326 bucks on the Cash App. That's, you know what? Now you got some groceries. You have some food money and some gas money, and you're still going to be down a little bit. But this is the tip of the iceberg. We're just going to keep going until this is done. Any other names in there you want to call off?
Oh, definitely. Zane, of course. He's always so loving and gracious. And then Michael, the guy who, bless his heart, I would ask him, like, what's going on in the world? He was emailing me, and he would kind of tell me, like, what's going on. Because, of course, being in there, I don't get the news, and he was so kind. And he paid for the emails. He paid for everything. He sent me money. And Tony, Bruce, Melissa, Vicky, Andrew, and then Michael again. And, of course, our friend Tim, that we love so much.
Timsy.
He's always gracious, too. I mean, he's helped us more than imaginable. He's here in Oklahoma. I mean, he's become my close friend, and he's met Marvin, and he's friends with Marvin, too, now. I mean, this world becomes so much tighter and smaller and closer whenever you meet strangers. And you do step out and you do those things for other people. It's like, forever friend. Like, you got someone who you can count on, and they know they can count on you.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful.
Yeah. So this is a fundraiser for Deboraugh Rogers, everybody. If you would be so gracious to donate 5, 10, 20 bucks, $100, whatever you can donate to her. And we're gonna keep it going for just a few minutes longer here. And I just want to give you guys a chance to jump in and donate a little bit. And she's gonna need help, you know. And we all have our own sticking points and ups and downs and highs and lows. But at the end of the day, we're supposed to be all Americans. We're supposed to be for freedom and liberty first. We're supposed to be for compassion and love first. We're not supposed to be for put her in jail, mace her, hurt her. And that's what we're dealing with. And so, hey, Vegas, how you doing, Vegas Valley Cop Watch? Good to see you, man. So this is a fundraiser for Deboraugh. I will put in her Max Love. You can just send your love, brother. Max said he's only got 50 cents, Deboraugh, or he would donate. So, so Max, it seems like a troll to me, but it's okay. You know what I mean? At least the sentiment is right, and at least the idea that you're doing something right for someone else is right. You know, and I thank you for being willing to donate any amount of money to Deboraugh Rogers. I super appreciate it. So
Absolutely. And even if it's just, you know, thoughts and prayers, I mean, trust me, that speaks volumes.
yeah. Good to see you, Vegas Valley Cop Watch. Good to see you, man. I'll talk to you on email, VV Cop Watch. This is This is a humanitarian effort. I hadn't had any food today, so the live would have happened earlier, but I was, you know, I got to stay healthy. So I was trying to get this food down as quick as I could so that I could, okay, Marcy Fox said she doesn't have any extra cash, but she wants to send her love and she wants to send her compassion for you, which, you know what, your love, your compassion, and your prayers even are very appreciated. So thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Really do. So, okay, Deboraugh, anything else that you wanted to say? I gave you the mic there for a little while and you have the floor. So anything you want to say, just go ahead and say it now.
I just want to say that I am writing a book. There's 2 books that are going to come out. One is going to be a book based on what the Lord has done for me and how he has guided me with the Holy Spirit in my heart. And the other one is going to be more of the political stance and what is happening. The Lord gave me the title for the first book, and it is Incarcerated for Christ. And the title for the second book is going to be I am, and then the word am will be crossed out and say was a political prisoner for the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma.
You definitely were a political prisoner because she's challenging the jurisdiction. So you guys, do me a favor. I'm going to say it one more time and then we're going to get out of here. Everybody right now, open up your Cash App, open up your Venmo, open up your PayPal, open it up right now. And Deboraugh Rogers, PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App are listed in the comments. If you would please send her $5 right now. There's 200 people in here. 200 times 5 is $1,000. On one of her apps, she has 326. So let's raise her $1,000. Let's raise her $1,000 right now. I mean, let's help her. Let's help her. Let's help this woman. She spent the last month and a half in jail. Let's help her. Almost 2 months, 45 days in jail. Let's help her. Let's help her get back on her feet so she doesn't have to worry that she can't afford macaroni and cheese. You know, we need, and she's gluten-free, actually. She's gluten intolerant, so she wouldn't get macaroni and cheese. But I'm giving you an example because you would like macaroni and cheese, and I would like macaroni and cheese. So if you would please donate enough to help her buy a box of macaroni and cheese. So I super appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Deboraugh, listen, I love you, honey. And when I get off this live, I will give you a call. And I'll let you go to sleep tonight. I'll let you get off this and just let your hair down and relax for the night. And then let's reconnect in the next couple days. Let's reconnect in the next couple days and see how you're doing again, okay?
Okay, I do want to say one thing. this whole entire involvement with you, Chille, I want to say what this has done is not only educate people, it has also opened people's eyes about what is going on here in Oklahoma. And this situation has reached all around the world, but more importantly, it has reached D.C., the District of Columbia. It has started a movement.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that there's investigation involving the DOJ, DOI, FBI. There's been an embezzlement thing that was in the news involving Turkey Nation. I mean, this has started a movement. And there is nothing greater than exposing lies and getting the truth out there, because that is the greatest thing ever. That's when power is lost for the bad guys.
Right.
You know?
Right. When they start to see that their game has been exposed, that everything that they're doing has been exposed, that's when the game is up. That's when it's over. Okay, Deboraugh. So we've started something here. God bless you guys. I'll just end with this. Someone said earlier, what have I put in? I'm putting in my whole life, and I'm never gonna stop, and I won't stop. I won't stop. There's nothing that's gonna ever stop me. You can't slow me down. You can't stop me. There's nothing you can do. You can try. You can pray. You can beg. You can plead. You're never gonna stop me from pushing forward. It'll never happen. I don't care if I have a stroke, a heart attack. I don't care if I break a leg or lose an arm. I don't care. I'm never going to stop until we get true justice in this country through transparency. And I'm telling you, we can change this country. We can change this world. This should not happen. We do not stop. I will not stop. I'm dedicating the rest of my life to changing this country. And I'm going to do it. I swear to God, but I can't do it without your help. So we have in the comments, we have Deborah's Cash App, her Venmo, her PayPal. I don't care if you're watching this in January of 2023. Open up your PayPal and send Deboraugh Rogers $5. Make a difference in her life. She's going to need your help. All right, Deboraugh, I'll let you go, honey, and I'll call you tomorrow, okay?
I just want to say one last thing.
Go ahead.
I just got a message. Marcy, did you not say that she was unable to send anything, but she could only send prayers? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Vicky sent me $100 in honor of Marcy.
Oh my goodness.
This is the power that we have as a community of believing in what Chille has started, that movement.
Wow.
When we come together and we would unite, we are powerful.
Wow.
Thank you, Vicky.
Vicky, thank you so much. Vicky.
Thank you, Marcy.
So Marcy, you weren't able to donate, but you wanted to. And so Vicky donated $100 for you to Deboraugh in your name. I'm not going to cry anymore. I've cried enough. I've had more tears. A friend I'd known my whole life died on September 17th. And I have cried every single day, one time all day. And now this is choking me up again that Vicky just donated for Marcy because she doesn't have any funds to give, but she wanted to give. And so Vicky picked up the slack and donated for Marcy and sent you the money directly. Like that is, I was talking earlier to a friend who's been helping me, and I said to him, isn't it amazing what a little bit of funding can do for another person? It can give them hope that someone else would take something of value out of their pocket and give it to you, even though they don't know you and they don't get anything back in return. And that's the idea of sacrifice. If you want to live like Christ, if you want to live like Muhammad, if you want to live like Buddha, these are the things that these people did that were selfless acts to help other people. So Vicky, God bless you. Thank you so much for what you just did. Wow. All right, I got to get out of here. I have been talking to my buddy's sister, and every text I get makes me cry, and it's an emotional time, I think, for for me, you know, and so this is just another thing that's hard to, this is just another thing that's, you know. So Deborah, you and I will talk in the next couple days. Let's give Deborah 24 or 48 hours. Everybody type in the section down here. We don't stop. We don't stop. And we don't ever stop, and we never will. So listen, God bless you guys. God bless the United States of America. I love you. Deborah, say goodbye to everybody.
Good night. I love you all.
Thank you guys for coming.
We don't stop. We don't.
We don't, Gloria, we don't stop.
It took a lifetime to get us here. It'll take lifetimes to correct everything. But I honestly believe we have to get better. And we're going to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it. We don't stop.
We don't stop.
We're going to do it.
We don't stop. Love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next one.